Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. For the first time this season, the Knicks have won 2 in a row. They actually have a winning streak, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the New York Knicks for winning 2 games in a row. It is amazing to think that it's the first time this season that we've won 2 games in a row. But ladies and gentlemen, it is the truth. We've won 2 games in a row. So I'm glad. I feel good about that. I don't care who it's against. I'm telling you. I could care less who it's against. I'm just glad we were able to win 2 games in a row. Finally. So now, it's time for us to try to build on this. Right? It's time for us to build on this. The Knicks got down early. They were down, 12 after the first quarter? Down 9 at half. Down 8 after 3. And then finally, we're able to put some things together and make a run in the fourth quarter to take down the Sacramento Kings. Now, Sacramento Kings, De'Aaron Fox wasn't playing. I don't care about that. This team was playing well coming into the game, the Sacramento Kings. They were playing well coming into this game. So this is, in my opinion, at the very least, a decent victory for the New York Knicks. A decent one. So I want to get some initial reactions. We got Guillermo in the chat. Got my man Ross in the chat. We'll see who else is jumping in here. Isaiah's jumping in the chat. City for Real, who we haven't seen for a while, he's jumping in the chat. So we got some guys to talk to, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what these guys are talking about right now. And, get some feedback, get some reactions to this Knicks game right here. Start off with my man Guillermo. See what Guillermo is saying. See what he thinks. See what he feels about this game. And then as soon as they're available, we'll start looking at and going over some highlights. Stuff like that. All right, Guillermo, what's popping with you, bro?
Yo, it was good, Sim. Yeah, first of all, let me welcome back CD for real. Because of course this guy doesn't come back until Payton starts putting some good games.
I was gonna say the same thing. Exactly. He didn't come back in until Payton started cooking.
You know, that's his brother in arms over there, Payton, Alfred Payton. So, but yeah. Look, let me just say a few things real quick, because I know you got a lot of people to go to. So first and foremost, everybody's talking about Marcus Morris, right? This is what I said. And I said in the chat, man. Marcus Morris really thinks that, he wants to be a Knick because, a lot of people say this and that. It could be filler. It could be just because he doesn't want to look bad and go to contend. He knows his team's not going anywhere for this year. But if he really wants to be on a team like the Knicks, he feels comfortable here. He feels like he could build some here. I would say, hey, keep balling out. Get traded to a contender. Net us a first rounder. Come back here in the offseason because you are a free agent and sign for a deal, probably a little bit less than $15 million a year, but for more years because you're going to be in your 30s anyway. But, it'll be, I won't say a sweetheart deal, but we're going to have some money to spend, and we still need somebody to help build our culture. And obviously, outside of the scoring, he is a guy that the guys follow that they like on his team. So, I mean, I can see him as a good piece. I'm not saying he's a Giannis or a piece that, you got to – but that's the type of guy when, you look around certain teams and it's like, who are the guys that make a team run?
Today.
And Marcus Morris, I think, look, the Knicks only have, 6 wins now, but he's one of the guys that people like playing with. So that's there. If he really wants to stay on the Knicks, so he really likes the Knicks, I'm sorry, my bad. What you say, Sam?
No, go ahead. My bad.
Oh, show and prove with that. But to the game, man, I thought we looked good tonight, man. This is an anti-fizz game in the sense that, we came back with resolve. I mean, guys are, there's some lucky threes like that Dodson 3 that was, shot from Beirut. But, when we make that little comeback, you saw the ball being pushed around. And another important thing, Sim, our perimeter defense, I mean, Buddy Hield, hey, he was playing out of his mind because there were plays where I saw guys fighting over the screens and he was still hitting shots. There was one where 2 guys not ran into, but they're basically coming to meet him. and he shot the ball within like the window of their hands, basically almost coming to block the ball. So I'll give it to Buddy Hield. I don't know if he's a superstar, but he is definitely a sniper.
He's a baller though,
But
man.
but the Knicks during that little run when he was on the bench, I was so impressed because I don't know if the coach told him this or they realize it. It's probably both, but they realize, hey, he is their main scorer. I know they had the two big men who could space the floor, two big men could shoot, but they can't really penetrate like Buddy Hield. That's the danger of Buddy Hield. You kind of have to respect his game both ways, more so shooting. But what they did was that defense, especially on the perimeter, they were aggressive, man. And I saw things from Mitch. I saw a lot better. And I think I texted you this. I'm not sure if I texted you, Isaiah, but I
Now,
said I saw better fundamentals from Mitch Robinson in this game. That's something extremely important. They made him notice in the last game less fouls because he's important. Look, we need a rim protector. Taj Gibson's not gonna be playing those many minutes, and he's only 6'9". If Mitch could stay out on the floor and have another guy like Taj Gibson kind of eat off of the long shots and the balls hitting off here and there, it's gonna be really important. And these little rebounds here and there, the boxing out. I saw Mitch boxing out guys. Like, I was impressed, and I don't know if that's Mike Miller, but I damn sure know it's not Fizz. So I don't know whatever Mitch Robinson's doing to improve his fundamentals, but bro, keep doing it. It works. I know it's hard work. It doesn't show up in a stat sheet, but keep doing it because it's leading to wins, man. I'll say it's a bad thing. Knox, Lord Jesus, man, you got to be more aware. And I know Mark is here. But I'll say this. I agree with Mark on one thing. It's one thing to not be totally there in terms of your shot. RJ Barrett still, trying to find a shot here and there. Even decision making. I'm not saying it's perfect, or whatever, but it's good, but it can still work. But Knox, in terms of awareness, this guy has to be aware. It's unacceptable. You got to be aware and you got to show energy. Now he's showing more energy. I'll give him that. We also got to be aware. That Corey Joseph foul, things like it's just the putback dunk is like, bro, like how you dunking it. Be smart. Like, I understand the game may become a little bit fast at times, but be a little bit smart, be a little bit more aware. But all in all, man, I like the coaching tonight. I like the ball movement. I like the fact that as weird as Julius Randle, he was hot and they kept feeding him. And I think that's what you do. Hey, if a guy's hot, kind of throw your playbook out the window and keep feeding him until he gets cold. And I like what they did. Still a few things. Julius Randle kind of held the ball too long sometimes, over dribbling, especially late in the game. But it wasn't too much of a detriment to the team. I like the fact the ball moved around to other guys. I know Morris was hitting some shots late, but the ball moved around the guys fairly late. Another one good thing that I'll say before I go, or before you go to other guys, Elfrid Payton. I gotta say this about Frank, bro. You gotta watch Elfrid Payton, bro. When he penetrates, and he's a veteran point guard, so I'm not trying to say Elfrid Payton's a savior or whatever. The thing that Elfrid Payton does I like a lot is that he penetrates and creates issues for the defense. Once you penetrate and you could trap a guy on your hip, now you either have a lane to the basket if the guy wants to play back on Mitch, or you have the alley, or you have the pass to perimeter. Now, I'm not saying that we should become a purely a perimeter, a dribble drive type of kick out to perimeter team. That's what Fizzo's trying to do. But the thing I like about Elfrid Payton was that he kept his dribble at times, he commanded the offense, and he pushed the issue. A lot of times, Frank, he concedes and he passes back out on the perimeter, little dribble handoffs. No, bro. Set up the offense. I know, and another thing that Mike Miller has done, I don't know if you realize this, Sim, it's not as pronounced as, say, the Warriors, but there's a lot more off-ball movement in terms of relative to what Fizdale did. I saw guys like Todd setting picks for guys coming around to the screen, come around and waiting for like Frank or Payton to pass from the wing to the guys at the top of the key who's ever coming around the screen. I saw guys like slowly crash to the basket whenever the shot was going up. So again, whatever these fundamentals are and whatever little wrinkles and kinks he's adding to the system, it's working. I'm not saying we look like the Warriors, but this offense looks a lot better than what Fizzo's doing. So that's my comments, man. But overall, I thought it was a well-coached game by Mike Miller.
Yeah, and what you see from Mike Miller, if you pay attention a lot of times, I mean, and I remember, I asked this a couple of streams ago when he first took over. He does do some triangle actions. You'll see a triangle on one side of the floor, but the ball will be on the other side of the floor where they're doing a screen and roll, right? And then you'll see Taj Gibson come out of that triangle, maybe set a screen for someone else or do something. But it's not like really pronounced where it's like, oh my gosh, it's predictable and people know exactly what we're doing. Like any other team, he adds pieces of it in there. You can tell that he's a system guy, right? He's a system guy. and which is good. This is what is what the team needed. We'll see if the Knicks will be able to continue to play like this, and see what comes of it. But so far, I'm pleased with what I see. Just his ability to hold guys accountable, put guys in at the right time, understand the rotations that he wants. And then I think his experience for basketball just outweighed David Fizdale. And so he's able to make better decisions down the stretch of games. See, David Fizdale was an assistant coach. That doesn't mean you're making decisions down the stretch of the game. The head coach is still making the decision. You might throw in some strategies. You might give a couple of suggestions and those type of things. But the head coach makes the decisions. And whoever's next to the head coach, that second in line guy, he makes a lot of decisions with the head coach. They're sitting, they're talking, they're strategizing. Fizdale was an assistant that was kind of far down the bench, with the Miami Heat, working with the players and those type of things. That experience comes in. That experience comes into play because you understand, it seems like Mike Miller understands who has the ability to play where. Just because Frank Ntilikina is a starter doesn't mean he has to begin the last 5 or 6 minutes of the game, because he may not have the experience or the ability to bring the game home like Elfrid Payton does. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that, he's doing that I'm impressed with so far. We'll see if they continue to do it. City for real. I'm going to come to you because I know, Elfrid Payton is your boy. And Elfrid Payton tonight had 16 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He helped bring the game home for us. Talk to me, man. What's popping?
Yo, what's good, Sim?
I'm chilling, brother. I'm chilling.
Hey, let's do this. Let's exclude Peyton from the situation, and let's just say collectively our defense coming down the stretch was on point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, our defense coming down the stretch, it was all right. It wasn't how do you say, like, it wasn't fully there, but it was there. We showed up tonight, and luckily enough for us, a couple of guys missed some shots or whatever, but for the most part, we got the W, and that's what we about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about which player did this, which player did that. It's about getting, at the end of the day, it's about getting a W, and we got the W. Right. So
exactly.
So you know what I mean? Like, we good. Let's see if we can take it up another notch and do the same things that we did tonight, but even better. And see if we can roll into that situation where we can pull off a couple of games in a row. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because what did we do? We won 2 in a row?
We've won 2 in a row, and we played Denver next, which is not going to be an easy game. Obviously, that's going to be a tough game.
Right.
But...
No, see, here's the thing. Yo, Sam, I look at it like this, right? It doesn't matter the opponent. It matters about the fight in the team, man.
I feel you.
If they starting to believe in what they're doing, then it doesn't matter about the team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we've seen teams, how do you say it, man? Like, we've seen bottom of the barrel team be top of the predator team. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So, like, you know what I mean? If we can just focus on doing whatever it is that we need to do and not worry about what our record is and just play ball and do one of the things that I've always wanted us to do, and I said it. And when I called in, I told you, I said the main thing I want to see us do is I want to see us play one basketball game where we win every quarter.
Well, we didn't do that tonight, but We didn't win every quarter tonight, but we won the quarter that counted.
At all. We haven't done it at all this season, but no, it happens. I was commenting to Isaiah, but it happens, man. But we haven't done it at all. But this is one thing that I would like to see is just win every quarter in basketball. That's it.
We'll see.
Just win every quarter.
Yeah, I feel you. We might get that chance. The Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, and I'm gonna come back to the chat. The Knicks pulled off a nice victory against the Sacramento Kings tonight to win their second game in a row. For the first time this season, the Knicks have a winning streak, ladies and gentlemen. They have a winning streak. Let's take a look at the game. The Knicks, fresh off of a victory over the Golden State Warriors that went into overtime, a game where they had a 22-point lead, and then went into overtime. They pulled it out, though. Early in the game, Sacramento's up 4-2. Harrison Barnes, he knocks down the triple. Right, and you look at the game and you start to say, oh, here we go, all over again. Julius Randle, he goes to the cup. He lays it in at 7-4 Sacramento. The Kings, they're a team that can knock down some threes now. All right, the King, you see my man right here, just makes it 10-10. It's now 10-6. Buddy Hield, he goes in, he pulls it up, he knocks it home. The Knicks on the break, Julius Randle coming down, finds Taj Gibson for the dunk. Taj Gibson on the night. Taj Gibson had 4 points. That was 2 of his 4 points. He also had 7 rebounds and 2 assists. The Sacramento Kings up 16-10. And here you see Sacramento, Buddy Hield to the cup. He dunks it home. Buddy Hield tonight. Buddy Hield had 34 points and 12 rebounds. And listen, I don't know if Buddy Hield, will he make the All-Star team? I don't know, but he's having a heck of a season. I don't know if he's a superstar, but the kid can ball. The kid is playing. You see Sacramento knock down another triple right there. They're up 24-10. And you start to say, man, the Knicks are going to get blown out the water. But Julius Randle says, no, I'm going to go to the cup. He lays it in. Julius Randle played a better game tonight. You know, not as many turnovers for Julius Randle. He's learning how to pass out of that double team. Buddy Hield, you see, follow that up to make it 26-16. Julius Randle, once again in the lane, he misses, but Mitchell Robinson is there to clean up, put in the dirty work so he can get a couple of his points. Mitchell Robinson had 14 points and 9 rebounds on the night. But here you go. In the paint, the Kings bring one home. Marvin Bagley's 32-18. To the lane. Elfrid Payton, he lays one in. Elfrid Payton had a good night, 16 points, 4 assists on the night. Elfrid Payton, man, you're going to see down towards the end of the game the way that he leads us. He leads us, he helps to lead us down to the end, towards the end of the game. Bobby Portis, he comes home, brings in the rebound. Damian Dotson, he pulls up at the top of the key or from the foul line, wherever you want to call it. He knocks it home. Damian Dotson had 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Damian Dotson, ladies and gentlemen, he's really making his name with the Knicks as he knocks down another 3. It's now 35-29. And listen, the Knicks just stayed there. They stayed close enough so that they were able to strike. And you see Sacramento, Marvin Bagley, he goes in, he lays it home. Nice move by Marvin Bagley. It's 39-31. Sacramento is up. Sacramento now goes up 41-31. And the Knicks, like I said, they keep it nip and tuck. Marvin Bagley, once again, to the basket. He didn't get it. Whoever that was followed it up. And then here you go. Nemanja Bjelica knocks one home. It's 46-34. Julius Randle, he knocks down a 3. Julius Randle on the night, he had 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists for Julius Randle. He only had 2 turnovers on the night. But the Sacramento Kings, they keep playing. They keep coming. Buddy Hield, he knocks down a triple. And the Kings are up now by 15 points, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like it could get away. Marcus Morris, he didn't have the best of nights, but he goes in, finds Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson, He lays it in. Again, Taj Gibson had 4 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and that was 2 of his 4 points. Scored all of his 4 points in the first half of the game. 52-43, the Kings are up. Julius Randle goes to the basket and puts one home. So the Knicks sticking around, ladies and gentlemen. They're sticking in there. Staying just close enough. Just close enough. Buddy Hield, he goes to the cup. Throws the oop. And there you go. It's 54. Now 54-45. Top of the third. You see the young man go to the basket. R.J. Barrett. He brings one home. R.J. Barrett's been having a little bit of a go at this point in the season. You know, he started off the season really hot. Now R.J. Barrett's kind of simmered down. He had 8 points tonight, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. The Knicks bring it to 56-50. Bielitsa, he knocks one down. 59-50. Now 61-50. And here you go. The Kings, boom, bring one home one more time. 63-50. All of a sudden, you start to get a little bit nervous thinking that, Knicks might blow it. But no, Julius Randle, he brings one home. It's 65-52. The Knicks down 13 at this point. Harrison Barnes goes to the cup. He lays it in. Harrison Barnes, you remember that guy from Golden State. He had 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists on the night. 70-58, Sacramento was up. Buddy Hield, bang, he knocks down a 3 to make it 73-58. But the Knicks keep fighting. They're not going to give up on this one, ladies and gentlemen. Julius Randle, like I said, he had a good night. Knocks down another 3. Julius Randle on the night was 3 for 8 from the three-point line, 37.5%. In the lane, the Kings bring one home, 75-61. Harrison Barnes with the outlet pass. And there you go. The Kings up 77-62. The Knicks still trying to stick around. They're trying to stick around. As you see, Elfrid Payton goes to the basket, make it 77-64. And Elfrid Payton, you know, he knows how to get it done. He likes to attack the rim. He is a guy who can create, as you see him lay down another one. Bogdanovich knocks one home. It's 80-64. The Knicks keep fighting. Bobby Portis gets his first 2 points right there as he lays one in. Make it 80-70. Now the Knicks are going on a run. Bobby Portis, bam, he knocks one home. Bobby Portis on the night, he had 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. 80-72. Damian Dotson from nowhere's land, he knocks it home. Again, Damian Dotson had 11 points. He was 3 for 5 from the three-point line. Again, Damian Dotson is finding his groove. Marvin Bagley, he knocks one home. Now, Marvin Bagley, on the night, he had 10 points and 7 rebounds. But the Knicks keep climbing. It's 82-80, and the game is getting tight with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Kings knock down another 3 as Bogdanovich brings it home, 85-80. Damian Dotson, he pulls another 3. Bam, he knocks it down. Like I said, Damian Dotson was hot from 3 tonight. He was 3 for 5 from the three-point line. Marvin Bagley, he knocks down a layup off a nice little cut to the basket. But then Mitchell Robinson comes back and brings home a nice little lay-in off of a cut to the basket. It's 87-85. Bogdanovich, bam, he knocks one home. Then he gives you the shoulder shrug. Not Michael Jordan, but he gave you the shoulder shrug. It's 90-85. Mitchell Robinson, before the dunk, with the dunk. It's 90-87. The Kings not going away, though. Buddy Hield knocks home a 3. It's 93-87, and the game is getting tight. It's a 6-point lead for the Sacramento Kings. Julius Randle, he finds Elfrid Payton from 3, ladies and gentlemen. Elfrid Payton was 1 for 1 from the three-point line. Marcus Morris, he knocks home a little pull-up and gets fouled. Elfrid Payton, he goes the little lean-back runner so the Knicks can take the lead. Is 95-93. Buddy Hield says, I got this. He knocks one home. It's now 95-95. 3 minutes left. The game is tight. Elfrid Payton with the screen from Julius Randle, who steps back to the top of the key and knocks it home to give the Knicks the lead, 97-95. And that right there gave the Knicks the lead for good, ladies and gentlemen. Then Julius Randle knocks down one from the free throw line. It's 99-95. And then now it's 99-96. And the Knicks were finishing this one off. Marcus Morris, he gets the follow-up It's 101-96, and the Knicks bring this one home, ladies and gentlemen. There are a few free throws. Let me say this. Julius Randle went to the free throw line right here, and he knocks this one. Bam. And what a way for Julius Randle to finish that one off. You know, I felt good for him because you remember in Indiana or versus Indiana, Julius Randle missed the free throw to tie the game. So I was really glad that Julius Randle was able to knock down the free throw, 2 free throws, to really seal the victory for the Knicks. So big shout out to the Knicks, man, for getting 2 wins in a row for the first time this season. And I know there's a lot of people outside of the Knicks community that's like, yo, are you really that happy that the Knicks just won 2 games in a row for the first time this season? Yes, I am really that happy. And I think all of us Knicks fans are really that happy that the Knicks finally won 2 in a row. They finally won 2 in a row, ladies and gentlemen. So let's take a look at everything. Take a look at everything and talk about it. All right? Take a look at it. The Knicks, like I said, they were down 30-20 at the end of the first quarter. Actually, I thought they were down 12. Oh, I'm sorry. I just took a look at the wrong one. That's Golden State. Let me get the right one up for you so I can make sure that I got the right information. There you go. See, they were down 32-20. They were down 12 at the end of the first quarter. All right, you see, the Knicks were down 12. They tried to make a run in the second quarter. They were down 9.5. All right, they kept fighting in the third. Finally made the run in the fourth quarter. Let's look at some numbers. The biggest lead for the Sacramento Kings was 16. The biggest lead for the Knicks was 5. They won by 5. Knicks shot 46% from the field tonight, 30% from 3, 60% from the free throw line. They only went to the free throw line 10 times. 10 times. They won the rebounding battle, 46. They had 46 rebounds, 41 for the Sacramento Kings. The Knicks had 24 assists tonight. 24 assists, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and listen, you heard Guillermo talk about the ball movement. The Knicks have been moving the ball better. And I'm going to go back and look at how many assists they've had throughout the last few games. But this number's been rising for the Knicks since Mike Miller's taken over. 7 steals for the Knicks, 3 blocks, and 8 turnovers. Sacramento Kings, they shot 47% from the field, 43.6% from 3. And still, listen, I mean, I didn't see all of the game, but the Knicks were playing some decent defense tonight. But guys are knocking down these 3-point baskets on the Knicks like there's no tomorrow, really. The Kings only went to the line 8 times. They shot 75% from the line. 19 assists for the Kings, 9 steals, 3 blocks, 13 turnovers. Oh, yeah, and the Knicks only had 8 turnovers tonight. Only had 8 turnovers, and they didn't turn the ball over in bunches. That's something that the Knicks do. They did not do it tonight. Good win for the Knicks, man. We got 2 in a row finally. Good win for the Knicks. I'm going to get back to the chat. I'm going to give people a chance to call in as well. Right? I know it's late, so I'm not going to be on all night. Not going to be on all night. Wish that I could, but I can't. All right? I want to give a big shout out, though. Clearly, you guys can see and know why I want to give a big shout out. I want to give a big shout out to everybody. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel right now. All right. But my man City for Real, want to give you a big shout out. Really, really thank you for the super chat, bro. Really appreciate you. You said, I told you guys in the chat I'd match the win points with a super chat. Won't let me go above 100. Look out for the Alpha Wall Street all day, win or lose. City for Real, I appreciate you, my man. I really appreciate you for that. Thank you. Big time. You know what I'm saying? Me and you will talk off camera, but I really appreciate you, man. Thank you a whole lot. Then City for Real again said, I'll send 2. That way it's official. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you. We'll have a conversation offline too. I appreciate you, City for Real. Big time. I like that. Of course I like that, but I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Let me get back to the video chat. See what these guys talking about and thinking about in here. All right, Isaiah, you're next up to bat, brother. What's going on with you, man? Talk to me.
Nothing much, man. I'm just happy the Knicks got 2 wins in a row. It's feeling good. I almost forgot what this feel like, man. I'm enjoying this, man. I'm just happy that we're playing a good. So I just want to point this out, man, because just looking at I don't want to call it night and day. Looking at the way Coach Miller is coaching versus David Fizdale, but Sim, can we just acknowledge that? Look at the difference of when David Fizdale was coaching, how Julius Randle was playing, looking versus how he's playing under Mike Miller. He's not he's not bringing the ball up more. He's going more north and south versus east and west. He's playing a lot better. He's recognizing double teams. He's just playing all around better. Sim, and this just right there should just tell you everything you need to know about the difference from Mike Miller and David Fizdale of how their coaching was. He didn't play Dennis Smith Jr., which I'm like, right now Dennis Smith Jr. just should not be in the rotation. I like Frank and I like Peyton, running the show. That's good. Knox, he's just looking he's just not looking good right now. But you know what? We can't complain. Mitchell Robinson's playing good. Taj is playing good. Marcus and it's so crazy how Marcus and Randall are playing a lot better now. It's not frustrating. And it's like, when David Fizdale was coaching him, it was like, oh man, here we go. These two are gonna play ISO ball. It's gonna be frustrating. Now it's like you see more cohesiveness with the first unit and the other guys. Everybody just playing more together. Like if you take out that Portland game, Sim, I mean the Knicks have been playing a lot more consistent and better. Besides the Portland game, when it comes to the defense and the offense,
Well, I mean they're 2-2 so far under Mike Miller. Right? They played Indiana. They lost to Indiana. Then they lost to Portland. Now they beat the Warriors and they beat the Kings. So we'll see where it goes, man. And yes, there's definitely been things. There's a lot less switching. They're really trying to predicate the offense on ball movement, off ball movement, and those type of things. And I think all of that is a testament to Mike Miller and the changes that he's made in the little bit of time that he's had. Just by having some practices and making some slight adjustments, like he said, slight adjustments to spacing issues, where people stand on the floor and those type of things, and just spacing issues.
I mean, Sim, you're looking at bodies move. Like I'm looking at the game today, I'm seeing people move. Like there's still some plays where people just stand around. But I'm looking at these guys; they're moving more. And it's not just before it was just R.J. Barrett moving around just based off instinct. Now I'm seeing everybody move around. I feel like we're getting easier shots. We're not scoring still a lot, but we're getting easier shots. Again, between Peyton and Frank, the ball's moving. Like Sim, I don't think if you look at I'm looking at the assists, right? I know the Golden State game we had 25, and I know tonight we had 24. I mean, you're talking about before we were having only 16, 18, 13, 12, barely any, again, just all ISO, no movement. Now we have 2 games of back-to-back 20-plus assists. That's a testament to Coach Miller. He's doing as best as he can job right now. It's good. So I'm really happy. I'm just happy that the ball's moving and, we got these guys moving in motion and it could be a lot better. So I'm pretty happy about what's going on right
now. Yeah, no doubt. I'm happy about what's happening right now as well, at least until the next loss. Then I won't be as happy, but I'm happy right now. All right. Roz, I'm coming to you, man. I'm coming to you, bro.
Yo, Sam, we got that W back to back, man. Feels good. Feels good,
definitely. Tell me what you're seeing, man.
I overall it was a good game because we made sure that we stood within the boundaries of the game. If it was a 10-point lead, 12-point lead, I also like the guys were saying, a lot of good ball movement, and coach is good at calling timeouts, like the guys even mentioned also. And coach is good at communicating with the players. I noticed that he's using Dotson. There was a moment that Dotson was leading the offense with 3-point shots, with very athletic moves. I think that's the Miller connection with him. I feel like we have a coach, man. I don't know. It's just a coach. We have a good coach. Frank, I didn't like Frank in the whole game. I think Frank was all over. There's many shots that I'm already getting tired that he's not making. Also, I know that in the beginning Frank will miss a shot and he will create a good defensive play. I'm not seeing that from Frank right now, so I'm a little bit concerned because it's 2 games that he hasn't been a factor. He hasn't been a factor. He hasn't. I'm a
Well, hey, don't talk to those guys because they can't hear what those guys are saying. All right, people can't hear what those guys are saying. So,
mute you. All right.
So let me ask you. All right, I mean, so you say he hasn't been a factor, and what about defensively? So you don't think he's been a factor defensively?
Defensively, yeah. When there was a moment that I think 3 minutes and 45 seconds in which Buddy Hield couldn't get a shot. In that aspect, yeah. In the third quarter, he did a good job on that. But I mean, it's just too many shots that it's just like you could tell he's not confident enough. Also, the same I could say with Knox. It's just been too many little blunders there that we didn't have much turnovers as we usually do. We usually have like 16 turnovers. I'm pretty sure we had like 6 in the whole game, but it's just like little mistakes like that.
Okay. And since Mike Miller has taken over, ladies and gentlemen, since Mike Miller's taken over, the Knicks have averaged 22 assists per game since he's taken over. They had 24 assists against Indiana. I think just 16 assists versus Portland, 25 versus Golden State, and 24 tonight. So they've been averaging 22 assists since Coach Mike Miller's taken over. And we'll see if we, get that up to 24, 25 assists per game. And I'm going to tell you what. It is directly, to me, in my opinion, it is directly due to Mike Miller and his coaching style and his offensive game plans and what he's doing offensively with the guys to help create space and stuff like that. I do want to ask you, I got a caller coming on. I'm going to ask the caller, what do you take of Dennis Smith Jr. not playing? What do you take from that? I'm going to tell you what I take from it. I want to know what you take from it first. All right, caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. My man Tony, what's popping, brother? How you feeling?
I'm good. Yo, Black, this time. Shout out to the chat.
Chilling, man.
Good, son.
I'm good. Let me ask you this, man. What do you take? What do you take from Dennis Smith Jr. getting the DNP?
I think he's he's at the bottom of the rotation, and given that he missed the game already, I understand it. I'm sure he'll get time again. I got a question for you.
Well, all right, well, let me follow up though. Do you think if Coach Fizdale was here, would Dennis Smith Jr. had gotten a DNP?
I think it's possible. Yeah, I'm not ready. Like I like Miller, but I'm not about to bash Fizdale right now. I mean, like I said, as soon as he got fired,
I'm just looking at the differences.
When a coach gets fired, the team plays better the rest of the way. Whether the coach got fired, rightfully or wrongfully or whatever the case.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm looking at some significant differences though. I just see some significant differences between what Fizdale was doing and what Mike Miller is doing. Obviously, we got to see will it be sustainable. But I think there's some significant things.
I agree. If you've seen one of his interviews in between games, he said he's basically focusing on everything that they've done when they played well. So you know what I mean? If we focus on the things that has worked, Like it's almost like he has an advantage. You know what I mean? Coming into the head coaching position, and you know, and I'm not knocking him because I like what he's doing, and I think overall he probably is a better coach. But I think he's also using some of the things that, you know what I mean, he learned from Fizdale. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
And rightfully so. He's taking advantage of the position he's in right now. And I hope he does super well. I hope he gets put in a position where they have to consider him next year, because, you know, I hope that happens. Good for the Knicks. Good for him. Because I kind of think a low key coach is a good position for the Knicks anyway.
I agree with you there. I definitely agree with that. You know, someone low key, and he's even low key in his interviews, right? You know, he's just, no nothing outlandish, just kind of, just a low key kind of dude. You know what I mean? Tactician kind of guy. You know, you could tell he studies a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Studies
like
statistics
you could tell he's a real basketball mind.
Yeah,
and he doesn't. He's kind of quirky in it. You know what I mean? Like,
he is.
And yeah, I like him. I really like him.
All right, so
my question for you though, do you think Peyton should start? But before you answer that, do you think we would be in a better position had he not missed 16 games or so? Because I think that's another factor in us playing a lot better now as well.
I agree. I definitely think that's another factor in us playing better, having Elfrid Payton out there. One, do I think he should start? Right now, at the moment, since we've played well these last 2 games, I don't think I want to touch anything, see if this continues. Because if you look at the way it was listed on the stat sheet, R.J. Barrett was listed at point guard. Frank Ntilikina was listed at shooting guard. Right, so I'm thinking, is Mike Miller using Frank Ntilikina in the role of what was the dude, Tony? The defensive. I can't even think of his name now. The defensive dude,
Tony Allen.
Tony Allen. Is he using him in that kind of a role? Okay, this is my defensive guy. Right, I'm gonna put RJ. I don't know how much. He had RJ Barrett. That's why he was listed at point guard. We'll see if this is what he sticks with. But I think right now, I'd leave it there for a little while. You know what I mean? And see if it continues to, if it continues to roll. If it starts to get bad, you know what I'm saying? Where, they're just not getting off to good starts and things like that, then maybe you look at it.
I mean, but what is bad? Because if you look at it, if you're considering Frank really hasn't played well the last 2 games, Peyton has played extremely well the last 2 games. Because the way I'm looking at it is, you put Peyton in the starting lineup, that might get us off to better starts. That might get us some leads early. And then if you're rotating bench second units between Frank and Dennis Smith, I think the both of them could run with the young guys a lot better, and or not make as many mistakes with the young guys. You know what I mean? It's more of a free-flowing game with the young guys, and Peyton could just get the veterans off early. Pause.
Yeah, I think right now, and like you said, what's bad? Let's just say we go again. All right, the last 4 games, Mike Miller's been head coach the last 4 games. Elfrid Payton's been back maybe a game before that, I think.
Yeah, 3. Oh,
Three,
wait. Yeah, but he didn't. He played limited minutes his first 2
limited
games.
minutes, right?
Like
You
under
know,
10 minutes. I
but
want to
you
say
know,
at least one of those games.
three of those 4 games, the Knicks have been right there, right? They've won 2 of the 4 games. They were right there with Indiana. Had a chance to win the game. Obviously, Portland, they were blown out. I think at this point in time, I'd say, you know what? I'm just going to stick with what I have so far, and see where it goes. Now, if it gets to the point where we're starting games and we're starting off every game, down double digits because we're not getting off the good starts, then maybe I look at a change, or something like this. I think for now, until it starts to go bad, I think I'll keep it the way it is. That was one of the things that I think somebody asked Coach Mike Miller, are you going to change the starting lineup? And he was like, well, we've been getting off the good starts, so I want to keep it the way it is. And I think a lot's going to be, how does he use Frank? Is he using him as a point guard, or is he using him as a defender? And I'm not talking about his point production. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm just talking about in Coach Mike Miller's mind, if he's like, well, I'm not looking, any points that he gives me is icing on the cake because I'm using him in this kind of a way. So, I mean, we just don't know where Mike Miller is at with it. You know what I mean? And I think that would dictate, how he feels about, starting Frank and RJ Barrett back there, or bringing in Elfrid Payton and putting them back there. What matters to me is who ends the game. Right now, Elfrid Payton is ended the game because he's playing well.
I also I hope, I know Ellington was out tonight, like unavailable, but I hope his rotation minutes get null and void. I really like Jackson. I think we gotta develop him more anyway.
Uh-huh.
And I think that like the equivalent as far as like production, except Jackson's younger, more energetic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And look, still has upside.
And this is where, with Dennis Smith Jr., where I think Mike Miller might end up keeping him on the end of that bench for a while. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Trier was out, Wayne Ellington was out, and still Dennis Smith Jr. didn't play tonight. When you look at it, let me see. The Knicks played tonight. How many guys played? You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys play. Iggy and Dennis Smith Jr. were DNPs. So, I don't know.
I'll tell you what,
we'll be watching, see how that goes.
Right. And the reason I agree with you with that is because Knox had a pretty long leash tonight.
Yeah.
Even though they, different positions, I seen, there was a couple of times I was feeling like Knox should have been taken out.
Uh-huh.
Like he really wasn't giving good minutes. And he left him out there. He left him out there for, I don't know how many minutes he got, but I think he got too many minutes tonight.
Yeah. He played 18 minutes tonight. He had 3 points, 2 rebounds. So we'll see how this goes for Dennis Smith Jr. I see Yolo Strider said he was still sick. Let's see. Maybe he is still sick. Maybe they were just, wanting to make sure that he was well hydrated. He dressed, but wanted to make sure he was hydrated. So we'll see. Something to watch, something to look forward to. Paying attention to.
Agreed.
Hey, Tony, man, I appreciate the call.
Thanks for taking the call, man. I gotta go to bed. Have a good one.
Man.
Yo, Black, it's time. Shout out to the chat. Keep doing your thing, sir.
Peace to you, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. I'm putting a link in the chat right now, and I want you to take a look at it. You can become a member. $1.99 to be a 2000s Nick. $2.99 to be a 90s Nick. And $4.99 to be a 70s NBA champion Nick. Okay? And those are monthly charges. So once again, $199 a month to be a 2000s Knick, $299 a month to be a 90s Knick, and $499 a month to be a 70s NBA champion. And this is what you get with each one of those, ladies and gentlemen. All right, this is what you get. And all you got to do is look down at the bottom of your video, and there's a join button. Click on that join button, and you can join. You can join. So if you're a 2000s Knick, you decide to join. If you're a 2000s Knick, this is what you get. You get a loyalty badge next to your name. You'll see some people in the video chat, in the YouTube chat, they got a loyalty badge. This little orange, nothing but Knicks logo next to their name. You get to use custom emojis in the YouTube chat. You've seen some people put up a Marcus Morris emoji, Julius Randle emoji because Julius Randle played well tonight. And there's more emojis coming. There's going to be a Yo Black It's Time emoji coming. A Knicks family what's poppin' emoji coming. It's going to be emojis for other players coming. So, be aware they're coming. You get early access to promotions and a members-only members-only live stream once per month. If you're a 90s Knick, you get everything in the 2000s plus access to exclusive events, free NBK promotional items, early access to exclusive content, and discounted merchandise. And if you're a 70s NBA champion, you get a chance to star in your own video. Get some free merchandise when it's available, access to exclusive interviews when they're available, and access to unreleased footage. So, and listen, you can cancel your membership at any time. Not something that you're stuck into. So give it a go, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out. I put the link in the chat, and I'm going to put it back in the chat. All right, I'm going to put it back in the chat. And I have one more announcement to you. Beginning January, let me get the date right. Beginning January 6th, I'll be starting a show on Sportscaster. And if you go into the description of this video, it's a link to Sportscaster. I'll be starting a show on Sportscaster called Knicks Weekly. It'll be every Monday during the afternoon. And when I do that show, basically, I'll be breaking down and talking about everything that's going on with the Knicks throughout the week. All right, you'll get more information about it. So I'd like you to join Sportscaster and check me out when I do that show. It's going to be exclusive to Sportscaster. All right, sportscaster.com/NothinButKnicks. It'll be exclusive to Sportscaster. You won't get it anyplace else but on Sportscaster. All right, so check me out there. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to join, here's the link. Check it out. Become a member. All right? And if you don't become a member, that's cool. I'm going to continue to do my shows on YouTube. You're going to continue to get the same content and more. All right? Same content and more. Give me a call, ladies and gentlemen. 516-405-2246. I got my man Rob the Knick here. I want to talk to him for a minute. See what's popping with him. See what he's thinking about. All right? Rob?
Oh, okay.
What's going on with you, Rob?
What's up?
I'm chilling, brother. How you feeling?
So, seen a good victory.
Nice victory. Yep. We needed one.
Oh, yeah. And we deserve this one. But Sam's out. I was telling the fellas what I did. I watched the game on the I watched the game
Hey,
on
Rob, could you do me one favor? Could you
I turned it down.
Yeah, there you go. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay. Look, I watched the game and I watched like Walton's press conference. I wanted to see what they had to say about what we did to win the game, like the keys of what they was looking for in the game to win. I never did that before. I said, okay, I'm going to listen to the opposing coach and see what he said in the win. And what he said was, he said that the New York Knicks offensive rebounding, which we all know in the chat, is one of our strong points. He said we was more physical than they was. And then he also said that scoring in the paint, we was more physical than them. So he felt as though late in the game we was able to cover the threes because pretty much the guards wasn't tired because they didn't have to chase down people, because he felt as though we was getting killed in the paint and that we was going to come back. And he said he was warning his team all through the timeouts that, look, this game is not over, even though we was up by 16.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I looked at that to like determine, because right now to this day, I don't know what our style of play is. But by him saying that, I'm getting, and what Mike Miller is doing, I'm starting to get a glimpse on what he's really want to do.
All right. So what is that? What is that? What's the glimpse that you see that he wants to do?
To me, I feel as though he's having them hungry on the ball. Stay with your man. We're going to switch if needed. But of that triple and double switching, that was out the window. That's what I noticed. Everybody was staying with their man a little bit more than what they was before with Fizdale. You know, it may still come down to a switch, but it's not happening like people were just giving up on their man because they knew a switch was in order. And then they had a built-in excuse to say, well, you said pass the man on. Now I feel as though it may be going on in practice that he's holding them a little bit more accountable on your player. You can give them up if you can't take them, but damn, try to guard them. And I see like the hustle effort is up a lot. And I think it's all due to this man, because not too many of the plays have changed. But what they're putting into the plays now, I'm seeing. You know, I don't feel, even Randall is looking better. You know, he's doing the same thing with less turnovers. Everybody is paying attention to detail right now. Maybe it's just 2 games into the season. That's why they're doing it. But it looks like right now, 2 games into the new regime,
well,
that they're doing
games.
it right now.
4 games, right?
Yeah.
4 games.
3.
4 games.
Games. Indiana, Portland,
Golden State, Portland.
Yeah, 1, 2, 4 games. Yeah. 2 wins. You know, I'm looking at the wins. Sorry.
Right.
And the 2 wins, you know, you're seeing it. I'm starting to see a style of play. I can't call it yet, but I'm seeing things that they're doing on the floor that's in routine. And I like that.
Okay.
Win or lose, I like that.
Okay. Nah, that's what's up, man. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with you. I think, you know, obviously we got to wait and see how this lasts. You know, there's a honeymoon period. Any player that goes to any team or anyone that joins any group or whatever it is, there's always a honeymoon period, right? You got a little honeymoon period. Then we'll see how things start to shake loose and shake out. So far, so good. The Knicks, 2-2 under Coach Mike Miller. He got his 2nd win of his NBA coaching career tonight versus the Sacramento Kings. And there's a lot of people that are impressed so far. We'll see how it continues. Looking at the box scores, man, Marcus Morris for the Knicks, he had 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Didn't have his best shooting night. After dropping 35 points against the Golden State Warriors, he only dropped 10 tonight. Julius Randle, he had 26 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Taj Gibson, 4 points. Frank Ntilikina, he only had 2 points, 1 rebound. No turnovers on the night. Remember, against Golden State, Frank Ntilikina was a turnover machine. R.J. Barrett, he played 31 minutes. He had 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Mitchell Robinson, he had 14 points, 9 rebounds. Elfrid Payton had 16 points, 4 assists. Damian Dotson, 11 points. Bobby Portis, 9 points. And Kevin Knox, he played 18 minutes. He had 3 points and 2 rebounds. He also had 1 assist on the night. The Sacramento Kings, Well, led by Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield had 34 points and 12 rebounds. Harrison Barnes had 18 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Nemanja Bjelica, if I said it right, whatever, he had 12 points, 7 assists. Rashawn Holmes had 4 points, 5 rebounds. Corey Joseph had 7 points, 2 assists. Bogdanovich had 14 points. Marvin Bagley, the third, he had 10 points and 7 rebounds. And that was about it. Yogi Ferrell had 2 points for the Sacramento Kings. But nonetheless, the Knicks won 2 games in a row. And now we're going to go into Denver. Play the Denver Nuggets, ladies and gentlemen. And we got blown out by Denver just not too long ago. As a matter of fact, we're kind of coming full circle. Because that Denver loss, that's when, after that game, and the Knicks were putrid, and they, went down by 43 points or whatever to the Denver Nuggets. Right after that game, Coach Fizdale the next day was fired. So now we come full circle on that front, and we meet the Denver Nuggets once again. This time with Coach Mike Miller as the head coach. So if you want to get a barometer, here's your barometer. Now's your barometer. Game's going to be on NBA TV, the Knicks versus the Denver Nuggets. Right? You'll get to see, well, did the Knicks get smashed again? Or have they really changed some things and they'll be able to compete against the Denver Nuggets this game? I'll be honest with you. Even if Coach Fizdale was here, I'm going to say that they probably would have competed this game anyway. Right? Most likely. Because they don't want to be embarrassed by 40 points again. But this is it's going to be a good measuring stick, for this short leadership of Mike Miller. This, it'll be a good measuring stick for right now. Just to see. Listen, the Denver Nuggets are a good team. They're the number 2 defensive team in the league. One of the best defensive teams in the league. So now, we've been working on, like we've been saying, off-ball movement. Right? We've been averaging 22 assists per game. And if it hadn't been for the game versus Portland, you take that game out because that's the outlier, then we're averaging about 24 assists per game. So we'll see if we can repeat the offense that we've been playing, the off-ball movement, ball movement. We'll see if we'll be able to repeat that against the Denver Nuggets. Like I said, the Denver Nuggets defensive rating is 102.5. That's number 2 in the league. Let's see if we can repeat it against a very good defense. I don't know. We'll see. I want to see what you guys think about the Knicks versus the Nuggets coming up on Sunday. They play Sunday at 8 o'clock in Denver. All right, Guillermo, I'm coming to you, man. I'm coming to you, Guillermo.
What's up,
So,
Sim?
Guillermo, we'll come full circle, man. The last time, a couple days ago, week ago, whatever it was, the Knicks played the Denver Nuggets and they got smacked. Coach Fizdale was fired. The next game they played Indiana. Julius Randle missed the free throw that would have tied the game. Then they go and they get blown out by Portland. Then they beat Golden State and they win tonight versus Sacramento. So this is a good, they're 2-2 since Coach Mike Miller took over. They come back around to Denver. I guess, this could be a measuring stick for this team. Kinda. Not a measuring stick to see how good they are, but to see if they've come any way, if they have truly come any way with Mike Miller. Right? Because, let's be honest, we played the Golden State Warriors and we played the Sacramento Kings. And if Coach Fizdale was the coach, we could have beaten these two teams as well. Maybe we could have beaten these two teams, right? It's possible. Golden State Warriors are not good, right? The Sacramento Kings, they're decent. They're okay.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just saying
they're
it's
improved,
possible. But now we come
that
full circle. We'll see because now you're going up against in a short time span, a team that you just played. You played them one time under Coach Fizdale. Now you're playing them again under Coach Mike Miller. You'll really be able to see the stark differences between the two games. I think so. Or this coaching strategies. What do you think?
I want to see how we play against guys like Jokic, right? So one benefit that we had tonight was obviously that De'Aaron Fox was not playing. And De'Aaron Fox has given the Knicks trouble in the past. Now, if you had De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield out there, it could be a different game. I would probably suspect or expect them to win. But, having, Gary Harris and what's the name? Jamal, the other damn guard, I can't remember his damn name.
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray, thank you. I was going to say Jamal. Yeah, thank you. Jamal Murray. They're going to be a handful, but again, one of our biggest issues is that we had really no answer for Jokic. And you had guys like Paul Millsap kind of hounding us on the boards. Like, to sit and say, can we win? Look, I'm not even necessarily looking for wins right now, Sim. I'm just looking for development. Like I said, if you see better fundamentals from our guys, if we see better perimeter defense, that's a big thing. That's a big thing that we have to work on. That's a big issue. That if we can improve, I think we'll be a lot better. So right now, look, better perimeter defense, better facilitation, better ball point guard play from Frank. He needs that badly. He needs to start emulating Peyton. I was gonna say Peyton Manning. Oh, for Peyton. And also having awareness of the game, and like look, Randall was hot tonight, but Randall's a guy like that. He could be very inconsistent. I want to see Randall pass out quick out of double teams when we play guys like Denver, and he doesn't have the hot hand. He doesn't need to force every shot. Like, and I'm not saying that he did necessarily tonight. I'm not complaining, but it has to be smart basketball. Again, we can't just have guys that we can't just win because guys have superlative games. We got to also learn how to win ugly. Like I'm waiting for that time where we learn how to win ugly, and hopefully Denver's that type of game where we have to kind of drag it out because we're playing really good defense, but maybe they're defending us well. And I also want to see us. I know it's hard to say. How do we play Jokic? Jokic likes to play around at that foul line. He likes to play from the post, and he likes to facilitate. Do we cut him off? Do we know? Can we play those passes correctly? Can we frustrate him, double team at the right time when he puts the ball at a certain time on the clock or on the floor, and there's maybe 10 seconds left on the clock? Do we double team at the right time, kind of throw him off his rhythm? Stuff like that. That's what I'm looking for from the Knicks. So I'm not necessarily looking for a win. Again, I'm just looking for better fundamentals. Because if you have better fundamentals, again, if the guys you have now aren't the guys that you think will be the whatever's for the future, then that's when you go out, you get the proper free agents, you draft differently to get the guys that feel your need. Plus, you have talent, whatever. And that's how you slowly build a team. But we need to start seeing that now. Mike Miller may not be the coach here next year, but again, build for next season. That's what the Knicks need to do. Build for next season. So one, again, like I said, better fundamentals, better gameplay, and you get better assessments of the players that you think are going to be here next year or for the future, whatever.
Yeah. Now Jokic in the first game that we played the Nuggets, I predicted that he might have a triple-double. He didn't get a triple-double. He played 24 minutes. He had 6 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. Okay?
Right.
If the game was close, he would have gotten a triple-double. I'm just going to say that.
Right.
If the game was close, he would have gotten a triple-double. But the Nuggets, let's put it like this. The last game, it was really the Nuggets bench that did us in. Okay? Will Barton, he had 17 points. Paul Millsap had 10 points. Jamal Murray had 14. You look at the bench. Jeremiah Grant, he had 16 points, 3 rebounds. Monte Morris had 15 points and 6 assists. Hernan Gomez had 12 points and 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Mason Plumlee had 11 points and 11 rebounds and also 6 assists. Malik Beasley had 14 points. It was really their bench that did us in. And listen,
right.
The scoring that you see from the Nuggets, Jamal Murray's their leading scorer at 18. Will Barton, I think he averages 18. Paul Millsap is at like 13. And Jokic is around 13. They have even scoring across the board, and they're very deep, as you can see. And they still got a young guy, Michael Porter Jr., who hasn't, shown up to be what people thought he was going to be, but it doesn't mean this guy can't explode at any time if he gets some minutes. He only got 5 minutes last game versus the Knicks. But teams like this scare me against the Knicks because when you see this, everything is predicated on ball movement and man movement with these guys. And they move the ball so well. You know, the Knicks got to be able to play that defense for 24 seconds, you know, on that shot clock. They got to be able to play for 24 seconds and be disciplined. And that scares me. You know, it scared me the last game. It still scares me this game. But we'll see what kind of changes have been made under Mike Miller, or if they do anything differently under Mike Miller. The Nuggets had 38 assists against us the last game. 38 assists.
That's movement, man. And to your point about the bench, I remember, I think it was Jeremy Grant when he hit a 3. You know, Jeremy, guys, he's not a tweener. He's like I guess a do-it-all kind of like guy off the bench. He's not going to be a star. You know, he is what he is, athletic guy, can play, defend, score, clean up. And like you said, when you allow guys like him and Will Barton, you know, he's a scorer, pure score. I would say pure score. He's a good scorer. You know, when guys like that are doing it, obviously it all comes down to system. And we've seen that from the Denver Nuggets, we've seen that from Toronto Raptors, where their benches are really throwing us off games, right? It's not necessarily star players come in, maybe score 20-some points, whatever. I know, you know, Dame Lillard, the Blazers came in, he scored 30-some points, but when you see these benches kill us, man, that they're just pounding and destroying our perimeter defense. And when you see these guys dribble, drive, pass out perimeter, guys aren't resetting, you know, they've killed us. But in these games that we've won, and even some of our closer games with Fizdale, it has been mostly our perimeter defense that saved us, right? So if you go back to Chicago game that we won earlier on this season, we were able to kind of shut down Zach LaVine late and stop the perimeter shooting. We won that game. Tonight, you know, we kind of, maybe you could argue that they brought in Buddy Hield too late. But, you know, when I saw Buddy Hield get a shot block, I think it was by Taj, you know, we were just talking about in the chat, it was like a revelation that, you know, our perimeter defense was good and they really didn't have an answer for it, right? They were just counting on Buddy Hield to come back in and just jack up shots and kind of reset the game, and it didn't work for them because our perimeter defense was alert. You know, I mean, we woke up. So, again, this is going to be a test for us to see certain things that work good for this team. How can Mike Miller get the proper lineup, right? People talking about Frank starting, people talking about Payton starting, and I said this, look, Frank is going to start because Payton is coming off injury, right? Payton can't play heavy minutes. You don't want to – right now, what Payton's doing, he's our closer. One thing I was impressed with Mike Miller is that he's still running plays late in the game. So when Fizdale was here, we ran into this ISO thing where it was like, all right, everybody space out ISO, do your thing, and hopefully you score, you know, 15 points in the next 5 minutes and hold us over till we lose. This guy's still running plays late in the game, Sim. Like I haven't seen that from Fizz in a while. And that keeps defenses honest. So then when you have a Morris is still doing his thing. So there's still ISO sets. I'm not saying we just ran purely off ball and all these schemes and all this stuff. But when you do that, Sim, it forces the defense to be a lot more honest. Now I can't double team Morris. I can't really throw off his rhythm as quickly as I could if he just went ISO with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter and then making a run. So, you know, I just want to see how Mike Miller. I'm more interested in the coaching and how players play around each other. Like tonight, we saw Marcus Morris clean up on a dunk. He cleaned up on a dunk, Sim. He crashed the boards. Like, how many times have you seen? I won't say Marcus Morris not a good guy, but how many times have you seen him crash the board? So something's getting to these guys. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's sheer embarrassment. But we weren't seeing this with Fizz, though, man. But better fundamentals, man, you're going to get wins. Don't worry about the wins. It's going to come. But when a team plays with better fundamentals, you're going to get wins, or you're just going to get better play off the strength. So I'm not even caring if we get a win. Obviously, I want to win. I don't want to blow out, especially. But if it's a close game, Sim, and it comes down to Jamal Murray hitting a shot on us or something like that, he hits one of these stupid Jason Tatum, Kyrie Irving last-minute shots, I can't. You can't get mad. You give it up to them. But if the Knicks lose by 3, and it's a relatively low-scoring game, that's almost a win. I'm not saying it's a win. I get you. It's a win in the sense of the long-term development of this team, man. So
I get you.
I'm looking forward to
it. Yeah, I get you. And it would show us how we came full circle from, you know, the first game to Denver and to now, and it'll tell us a lot about Mike Miller, probably maybe stuff that we already know. Who knows? Right. City, my man City, you there?
Yo, what's up, Sam?
What's going on, man? Hey, first of all, man, thank you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it. My man City, for real, hit me with the $99.99 super chat. Really,
Yo.
really appreciate that, brother. I really
Sim, I told
appreciate
you,
that.
man. I don't know. I don't know if you probably didn't hear me, but when we were me and the guys, we were talking or whatever. But I said I was gonna hit you with the game ending super chat for the points or whatever. But anyways, they wouldn't let me go over. They wouldn't let me go over the
Nah,
100.
yeah.
So I did it like, you know what I'm saying? I did 2 or whatever. But anyways,
I appreciate
it's
you,
all
man.
good.
I
It's
just wanted to let
regular,
you know I
you know
really
what I mean?
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know I really appreciate that.
For sure, man. It's all good. It's all gravy, baby. So gravy. And although one thing you got to do now you got to do it, Sam. You got to do it. You got to get the bucket
Yes,
joints
man. I know, man. I
online,
know, man. I
on
know,
point.
man.
You got to do it, bro.
I got you. I got you. I got you.
How
And as
many
soon as I
weeks
get
I've
it,
been
man, I'm
calling for
sending you
that?
one. As a matter of
We could
fact,
date back to last year, bro.
huh?
You got to get the bucket joints online. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
As soon
man.
as you get it online, I'm getting one.
And
I'm copping one.
as soon as I get it up, man, I'm gonna get your address so I can send you one.
Yeah, you already know, bro.
Yeah. All right. So again, we playing Denver. In Denver, you know, that was the team. That's where Coach Fizdale got fired. You know, after we played Denver, we get a chance to come full circle. What do you expect from this game?
Are we playing at home or
Now we play in Denver.
Oh, we on the road?
Yeah. Yep. This is the last. I think this is the last game of the road trip.
I'll say this, Sam. I want to say I think if we can replicate a couple of things that we did the last 4 games, even though I know you count the other 2, I know we got blown out, but if we can replicate some things, I think we will be okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think we'll be all right. It's just a matter of guys hitting their shots. Like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Like, we've ran plays and did stuff, and guys just haven't hit their shots. Like, you know what I mean? That's just what it boils down to. So if we can come in and we can hit our shots, bro, I think we'll be good. This is just a matter of hitting shots, and I don't want to date back into all of the stuff that I've been talking about hitting free throws. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like today, I think what did we do? We shot 70-something% on the free throw line or whatever.
We only shot 10 free throws today. I think we were
but
6
what
for
was our
10.
percentage?
I think we were 6 for 10, something like that.
Yeah, but see, this is what I'm saying, man. Sam, our free throw percentage needs to be collectively as a team. We got to shoot in the 80s. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
At least in the 80s. We have to. That is just, as a team, that is just has to be spot on point, because when you shoot free throws and you shoot them good things happen. Let's just say that.
Nah, you're right.
I don't want to
You're
get
right.
into all the other stuff, but let's just say that.
Nah.
So, you know.
Nah, I feel you, man. I feel you. I'm hoping we can go in and play well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking. I don't want to see another 30-point blowout. I want us to go in and play well, play a tough game. You know what I'm saying? Let me get over here to Rob, and then I'm gonna be signing off, man, because it's already 2:00 in the morning. Rob, what's your take on what's your take on Knicks and Nuggets, real quick, and then I also want to get your take on Dennis Smith Jr. Was it just because he was sick, the reason he was out, or do you think Mike Miller's not playing him?
Well, we all know he's playing bad right now. So if he have to take a seat, We'll see in the future. You know, because
Uh-huh.
he's not been producing, so we have to just look at it like that. The way Mike Miller may see it, okay, I think he's probably he knows what he sees. He like the players that he like, and he want to play who he like. His job
Okay.
depends on it. So,
All right. So you saying you think that, Dennis Smith Jr. is not playing? It's not because he was still sick. Purposely, Mike Miller's kind of like, I don't like that he doesn't play defense or whatever it is, or what he does on offense, and he's not playing them. Or at least tonight he didn't.
Yeah, pretty much. You're not giving us what you got.
Okay. All right.
But,
all right.
So talk to me. For right now, chill out. If I got to sit down Trill and go with it, Dennis Smith can sit down too.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, we're laughing about it because Rob the Knick is a Trier super fan, so that's why that's what the joke is. But anyway, talk to me about the Nuggets, man. What do you think? We come full circle, play a tough game, or what?
Yeah, no doubt. We're gonna play them tough because this is where the veterans come in at. The first go around, okay, yeah, slip up, coaching aspects of the game, we get blown out. The second time around, okay, we ready. The veterans is getting into the kids' heads and letting them know, no, you have to step out for this game. That's why it seems as though everybody that beat us, drug us around, we was always able to come back. We was always able to come back and play them hard. And, and pretty much most of them beat. So I'm going to stay with that format to say that, okay, yeah, I think we're going to get this victory.
Okay.
Press on hard because I'm thinking they learned something.
Okay.
I'm thinking they learned, even if it's not a lot, I think they learned something from this game and winning the game.
Okay. All right. And listen, it was one of the few, obviously they've only won a few games, but one of the few that they were able to pull out down the stretch. So, definitely.
Something to learn on and something to strive on with a new coach. So I think that, Denver better bring their lunch pail with them.
Okay. All right. No doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, man, appreciate you guys for being here with me. It's 1:53 a.m. I am going to log off. I will see you Sunday. All right. I'm going to do a game preview Sunday morning. I'm not going to do one tomorrow or later today because it is my anniversary today. So I'm going to be, spending the day with my wife. So I'm not going to do a game preview tomorrow, but I will be doing one on Sunday. All right. I do want to say to you all, remind you that on January the 6th, I will debut a brand new show on Sportscaster. It will be exclusive to Sportscaster. So if you don't follow me on Sportscaster, please follow me on Sportscaster. And let me tell you, there's going to be a few more things coming out on Sportscaster that I'm going to be doing. If you guys have heard of the Albany Patroons, I'll be calling some games live on Sportscaster for the Albany Patroons. That's further down the line. That's a while from now. But if you're interested in that type of stuff, make sure that you follow me on Sportscaster. But like I said, I'll be having a show exclusively on Sportscaster. All right, and I'm putting a link in the YouTube chat so that you can go follow me on Sportscaster. It's going to be called Knicks Weekly. That's the name of the show. And basically, we'll break down everything that happened with the Knicks the previous week. And it'll be exclusively on Sportscaster. So please make sure you follow me on Sportscaster. All right? Follow me on Sportscaster. So that you can join the show. And there'll be some other live chats that we do on Sportscaster and stuff like that. Again, I'll put my link in the YouTube chat so you can follow me on Sportscaster. You can go follow me right now. All right? Beginning January 6th, Knicks Weekly on Sportscaster, exclusive to Sportscaster. All right? If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel right now. All right, hit that subscribe button. Hit those like buttons. All right, subscribe, like. We be good to go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm heading out of here. It's 2 a.m. I actually, just before I got on, I just got off the road from traveling with the basketball team that I'm an assistant coach for. We didn't play well tonight. We lost by 20. We lost by 16. It was a 20-point lead, and we brought it back, but we couldn't finish the game out. We couldn't continue to come back. We lost tonight. A lot of turnovers tonight. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be out of here. Make sure you follow me on Sportscaster. Make sure you look at the bottom of your video and hit that join button. I want to give a shout out to Daryl Pemberton. Thank you for becoming a 70s NBA champion. Right? A 70s NBA champion. Thank you for becoming a member. Right? And shortly, you're going to see some announcements coming for members. Certain things happening that are just going to be for members very soon. All right, so I appreciate you for that. Thank you for everybody who is giving me shout outs and congratulations for my anniversary. I appreciate you for that as well. All right, I'm out of here. I will catch you guys Sunday. All right, I will catch you guys on Sunday. Let's hope that the Knicks can go and get us a win, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Have a great weekend and be peaceful. Out of here.
That's the